Morning! We're in Moffat Dale, where we've just parked about 500 yards up the road from Blackshope in a little lay-by. It says no parking now at Blackshope where I used to park, so we drove a little way past and found a lay-by. So we've just walked back past Blackshope, where we've taken a right through the gate, and we're just heading up the side of Hang Gill here now, up to another gate up there, where then we'll head up the fell side through the bracken, which thankfully is down, to the start of our walk. Weather's like pea soup at the moment. It's an improving forecast, so we can only hope. Just me and Billy today. So we're over the gate there and onto the fell side, where we've got a huge ascent up the side of the fell here. Big ascent at the beginning and a biggest descent at the end of this walk, but we'll soon blast up here, hopefully. That's Hang Gill to the left of me. There is a route up the gill. It's not too hard, not too difficult. I've been up that way myself in the past. Goes right to the head of the gill, where you can easily climb out of it. But we're going to go up the side of the fell today. Our destination today is Hart Fell, which is a Corbett, a Donald and a Madeline. There's also another Donald, which is under Saddle Yolk, and also a couple of Donald tops. It's a nice horseshoe ridge of about 8 mile, which will now be about 8.5, 9 mile, with that little extra at the beginning where I've parked further up the road. I strongly advise to do this bracken path in winter. It's very, very sketchy and it's very, very steep. I came down here in the summer once when the bracken was up. The path was impossible to find, so I kind of almost rolled all the way to the bottom of the hill through the bracken. The path is distinctive at the moment, but it certainly isn't easy. So that's Capelgill Farm there below me, where we took that right off the main road and came through the field to the right hand side of Hang Gill, where we've came up. The side of Hang Gill here kind of holds close to the right hand side shoulder of the gill. Zigzags off a bit on some of the steeper sections, but it does hog the edge of the gill, so you want to be careful in some of these places, because if you took a tumble into the gill, you're probably not going to get back out. And there's the rock star above me. So this is the top of Hang Gill. There's a lovely little waterfall there and a nice plunge pool. I said earlier that you can climb out of Hang Gill. Just here is where I climbed out the last time I came up the gill. Back onto this path that we're on now. So we're going to follow the burn in the direction of Sweet Fell and Hart Fell, which is up there past Billy. So this walk, Hart Fell Horseshoe, was the first walk I did in the Southern Uplands about 5 years ago, maybe a little longer. We've since done about 100 odd hills up here. Not all Donalds, just anything. No classifications, some of them, just anything with a summit. But this walk here, the Hart Fell Horseshoe, or the Hart Fell Ridges, which it's called on Walk Islands, I regard as the best walk up here. Two walks I would regard as outstanding are this walk and White Combe via the Grey Mare's Tail. So we're going to head through this gate and we're going to leave Hangburn and head up the side of this electric fence for a bit, through another gate and then up onto the fell side. So we're almost up Black Crag now, which is a series of crags below Hart Fell. Once we get up Black Crag, we're going to head for Nethercombe Crag. I do apologise if my pronunciation of Crag is wrong, but I think that's how they say it in Scotland. So yeah, Nethercombe Crag, which is a Donald top. Look at these views. Black Crag. There's a lovely little grassy arete that just kind of pokes out the side of the crags here, where we'll go and have a look. Just down here, look. How lovely is that? Beautiful. You get a great viewpoint from it, right down the valley. Look at that. Look at that. Magic! Southern Uplands. Quiet, remote, heaven, the land of pathless maps and quad bike tracks. So the path runs along the edge of the crags from Black Crag to Nethercombe Crag, which is where we're heading now. All the hard work's done now. Nethercombe Crag, 724 metres. It's a Donald top. So from Nethercombe Crag we're going to head in the direction of Hart Fell, Falcon Crag, Hart Crag, and then eventually Hart Fell. The featureless summit plateau of Hart Fell, 729 metres. It's a Donald and the summit is just by the broken wall here. So that was Hart Fell. We didn't really have to bag it because we've already done it. We really just did it for the purpose of the video, show you where it was. We're going to head back down the broken wall to take us back onto the ridge that we left earlier, and then up to Hart Fell. Whew. Beautiful day now, glorious. I've just seen an eagle before, just to ravens away. I do believe there are golden eagles up here. In fact, I was up in Moffat about 4 or 5 years ago, the day they released two. The day they released them, they disappeared and they weren't seen again for a long time. I'm not sure if they're still in this part of Scotland, but I think the eagles are still alive. It might have been a buzzard I've seen, but you know, we can only hope it might have been an eagle. That's the gate Billy jumped before, but we're not going to go back over it. We're going to keep following the fence and the broken wall, the quad bike track, a little bit further down the hill, and it'll meet up a little bit further along the ridge. So we're back on the quad bike track. And that big lump in front of me is Hart Fell, our highest point today. Like I said earlier, it's a Corbett. So we're just crossing Falcon Crag. A mouthful of iron brew jelly babies. We'll head into this little col here, which will then lead us on to Hart Fell Crag and then Hart Fell itself. Hart Fell summit, 808 metres. It's a Corbett, a Donald and a Marilyn. So from the summit of Hart Fell, we've headed east. We dropped down to the edge a little bit. We went off piste a little bit there just to get some better views. But we're back up at the fence now, which you can see behind me. Hart Fell's now behind me. We're heading east towards Hart Fell Rig, where we'll take a dog leg and we'll head southeast towards Saddle Yolk. So yeah, basically Hart Fell's up there. We dropped down to the edge there to get a better view, and then we've just came back up to the fence and the footpath. So we're just dropping down Hart Fell Rig, where we're losing a big chunk of height. We're going to drop into this baylac here, and then we're going to head up into that baylac and then up onto under Saddle Yolk and Saddle Yolk. Here's the rock star. Not so much rock today though, more grass. Grass, tussocks, bogs. Classic Southern Uplands. Under Saddle Yolk summit, 745 metres. It's a Donald and a hump. We've got a big drop here, and then we'll be heading on to Saddle Yolk itself, which is a Donald top. Down off this ridge here, as you can see, it's quite steep. I feel like between under Saddle Yolk and Saddle Yolk's a tough one, steep. So we're just heading up to Saddle Yolk now. It's a fantastic little ridge, one of my favourite parts of the walk. This little section between under Saddle Yolk and Saddle Yolk, I just love it. Saddle Yolk summit. It's a Donald top, 735 metres. It's 10 metres lower than its big brother under Saddle Yolk. Strange name, yeah? Why would you call the bigger of the two hills under Saddle Yolk? This one's even got a cairn on it. The other one never. So yeah, from Saddle Yolk, it's all descent, all the way down this lovely ridge, which will take us back to the road and the car. That's the ridge we came up this morning, all the way along the edge of the crags, up to Hart Fell. From Hart Fell we dropped into Hart Fell Rig, then we came round to under Saddle Yolk, Saddle Yolk behind me here, and now we're going to drop back down off this ridge. Right, I'm almost back down into Moffat Dale now. Almost back down to the car, so I'm going to wrap my video up. I'm going to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I've done these hills in Moffat, some of my favourite hills in southern Scotland, justice. I kind of forgot how tough they can be. It's been quite a long walk, probably about 10 miles by the time I get back to the car, which is just down here, it's not far now. But yeah, tough hard ground at some points, you know, tussocky and wet, boggy. The ascent was really tough up Hang Gill, which is over there. That's Hang Gill, you can see how steep it is. That's where we came up this morning. And the descent from Saddle Yolk down there was pretty savage as well. If you like my video, please give me a like or a subscribe even, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. So it's bye from me and bye from the rock star, Billy.